or stay at home. Walking contradiction, get some factual and fiction. A little crazy, little sexy, little cool. Little rough around the edges, but I keep it smooth. I'm always left to center, and it's right where I belong. I'm the random mind, and don't you hear in major songs? And I like that. I don't really give a fuck if I was just the only one who likes that. I never like to follow around the chase the sun. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. I like that. I don't care what I look like, but I feel good. Better than amazing and better than I could. Told the whole world I'm the venom and the antidote. Take a different type of girl to keep the whole world afloat. Cause I'm crazy and I'm sexy and I'm cool. Little rough around the edges, but I keep it smooth. I'm always left the center, and that's right where I belong. I'm the random mind, and don't you hear in major songs? And I like that. I don't really give a fuck if I was just the only one who likes that. I never like to follow around the chase the sun. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. I like that.
I remember when you called me weird. We was in math class, third row. I was sitting by you right before Mr. Ammons' class. Because my mama couldn't afford new J's Polo, thrift stores, thrift clothes. That was all I knew. Do you remember? I remember when you laughed when I cut my perm off and you rated me a 6. I was like, damn. But even back then, with the tears in my eyes, I always knew I was the shit. I like that.
I don't really give a fuck if I was just the only one who likes that. I never like to follow around the chase the sun. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. I like that. I like that.
Louis D the Wizard.
About to run this thing for sure. We about to run this thing for sure, sure, sure. So you better act like you know. We about to run this thing for sure, sure, sure. We about to run this thing for sure. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We about to run this thing for sure, sure, sure. So you better act like you know. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We about to run this thing for sure, sure, sure. About to run this thing.
Hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in today. I am Monique Millions, CEO of Be Unique Boutique, where we offer all things beauty. I have been in the beauty industry for 8 years to be exact. I am a licensed cosmetologist in the state of Nevada and in Georgia. I offer a variety of beauty services as well as training classes on lashes and brows.
Hey you guys, it's Chrissy, the CEO of the brand Cosmo Diva. As you guys know, I am a braid coach. I teach braiders how to create foundations with their booking sites and how to grow their business using TikTok and Instagram. And today we are talking about our show, Braids and Beauty, why we created it, why it's here, and our why in the industry altogether.
This platform was pretty much created to give game on the beauty industry, the good, the bad, the ugly, the things that they don't want you to know, and to let women or men, if we are in the same industry, just because you are my competitor does not mean we are in competition.
Absolutely.
So, yes, and we want to just be the example. We just want to be the example for everyone in the beauty industry. You know, we are a team at the end of the day. We all have one set goal in mind, and you don't have to hate on the next person to get there.
Okay, you guys, so we're going to jump into our first topic. And the first thing we're talking about today is why me and Be Unique started our business and what we're here to do to make the change in the industry that is needed. So today, I started, 5-6 years ago. Honestly, it was like a life or death choice. It was either keep staying in the situation that I was in, or I need to grow and make decisions for myself. So when I started in this industry, I didn't have no big goals on being on a radio station, becoming a coach. None of that stuff even crossed my mind back then. 2 years ago, I decided to become a coach because I realized how many braiders were lacking the customer service that was needed to gain the clientele that they needed. Not any client, just the perfect clientele, retention and less overturn. Go ahead, Nee.
Yes, and for me, I have officially been a full-time entrepreneur 3 years now, 3 years and 2 months. For me, I had to save my son. To be completely honest, I had to save my son, and I had no other choice. It was either stay working a 9 to 5 and play by their rules, or take the risk and play by my own rules. So I betted on myself. And here I am today, and I just want to inspire women and men, whoever I can inspire to become the best version of themselves.
Absolutely. I love that. I love how me and Neek came together. Even though we're in the same industry and people say, is that your competitor? Absolutely. But we're not in competition with each other. If she sells hair bundles with a bonnet, I'm not going to go right behind her and do the same thing. So we're in this industry to grow, to teach people. Like, your competitors is absolutely out there, but you don't have to compete with them. Know your lane, stay in it, know what you're good at, know your passion, know your drive, know your why. When you don't know those things, you kind of struggle. So that's what that's what Cosmo Diva and Be Unique is great at. We're great at knowing our lane and staying in it and giving the best customer service that there is to give. So that goes into our first topic, is customer service. Neek, do you think when you are late that you should accommodate your client in some way, even when there's a deposit or anything like that? Do you think you should accommodate them in any type of way?
Absolutely. I don't feel right if I don't, because I would be upset if they waste my time, if they're late, especially if I have clients back to back. Absolutely. Sometimes I may give them a discount on the actual cost of their service, or I may give them a free service. Like if they get a silk press, I may add aloe vera treatment, scalp treatment to their service. I think that is most important, because too many stylists, they have all of these rules and they don't play by their own rules. So it definitely worked both ways.
Absolutely. Totally agree. I'm very huge on customer service. I understand that there's a deposit. We're so big on deposits that we forget to be grateful for our clients. So this is what I tell my clients. Your deposit is to promise that I'll show up for you and you'll show up for me. That's all a deposit is. A deposit is not for me to pay my bills on. It's not for me to just get rich off of. A deposit is simply to secure each other so that we know that we're going to show up for each other. That's what a deposit is for. And a lot of people misuse the deposit when it comes to customer service.
And to piggyback on what you said earlier, as far as knowing your why, I think it's so important to know your why, because so many people are existing and not living. Like, I want to live. I don't want to just, like, when I leave this earth, when it's my time to go, I want to impact so many people that, because of me, they live their dreams out. You have to wake up every single day and know what it is that you want. Know what it is that you want to do. Know what it is what you have to do to get to that level. Absolutely. And don't allow anything or anyone to get in the way of that.
Absolutely. And that goes back to why we created Braids and Beauty. For one, we created it the way that we created it is because I really believe that braiders do not understand that they have a separate lane than hairstylists. So we labeled it that way so we can respect each other's titles and not step on each other's toes and still own who we are in the process. So we created this to bring awareness, knowledge, confidence, security, and just take away that stigma that's in the beauty industry of we tacky, we don't know how to do customer service, we don't know how to show up, we don't have respect for our clients, when in reality it's stylists out there who are exactly like that, and we're totally grateful for you guys. So that's why Braids and Beauty is here, and we cannot wait to just do more and more and more and more with you guys. This month we're doing Black History, so we're just going to tap into that just for 2 seconds. Now, Neek, do you think that braiders and hairstylists are two different
Absolutely.
niches?
Absolutely. Just overall, like, I don't know if I'm pretty sure there are a lot of braiders that shampoo. For an example, we're going to use offering the shampoo service. I know so many people. I just realized there are so many people who feel like you need to come with your hair shampooed already and get in my chair, let me do the service, and you go on about your way. To me, it's about providing an experience, okay? I want to come to you because you make me feel good. Like, I can't shampoo my hair how a stylist can shampoo my hair. Braiders, do braiders offer shampoo?
We can, but Vegas just changed this law, you guys. If you are a licensed braider and you were shampooing, it is law that you cannot shampoo because you are putting a chemical in someone's head. So this is what our radio show is for, our talk show, is to bring awareness to that, because I don't think people understand the laws that we have to abide by. So braiders cannot put chemicals in anyone's hair, but a hairstylist can, because they are licensed and they have the schooling to do so. A braider, most of them have not went to school, so they do not have the knowledge, they do not have the credentials, they only have enough to do natural hair care. So now braiders cannot in Vegas offer shampoo services unless they go get a shampoo
That
license.
went into effect last month, right?
Yeah, January on Monday. Yeah, like the first week of Monday.
Yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, they are definitely not the same whatsoever. Schooling alone costs. We put so much money into school. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, you only have to take like a 25 question test to get your braider's certificate.
You do have to take your test. It's 125. We got to take the same test Cosmo have to take.
Really?
Well, I went to school to go Cosmo, so I know what the test. When I was in Cosmo school, I went and got my braider's license. And the only thing that really helped me understand getting my license and realize, dang, I'm in school, I wouldn't even pass, because I don't know none of this, infection diseases, none of that. So a lot of these people who go get their braider's license, when they pass the theory part, they have to go take it 2 or 3 times, and they most likely pass it by memory, not because they know it.
Thank you for enlightening me on that today.
So we got to do a what you call that? You got to do it physically. You got to do a braid. They want to see you take it down. They want to see if you know not to drop that comb. So a lot of these people who don't go to school have to go back again to take their test, because again, they don't understand sanitation and infection disease and all that. So because they don't understand that, they don't know where they made their mistake until after they take their first test.
Okay, that makes sense. Another thing that I would like to talk about is I'm going to go back again to knowing your why and why I chose the beauty industry. Well, I went to beauty school back in 2013, I believe. I graduated in 2013. And honestly, when I graduated, I still felt like I didn't really know what I wanted to do in that field. Although everyone was booking me for silk presses. That was like my thing. No one wanted, like, everyone was booking me for that one thing. So I knew that I was good at that. I was working for Cobb County government. I was there for almost 5.5 years, and it had gotten to a point where I was there physically, but mentally I had already left. I knew that I wanted more. I knew that it was something way bigger than me, than being in a cube all day and just, again, playing by other people's rules. I was ready to really set myself free. To me, that's what freedom is, doing what you want, living life on your own terms. There's no cap on the amount of money that you can make, giving that time back to your kids without having to ask for permission. So that's most important to me. That's why I go so hard for my son. My mom, I'm going to retire my mom. My mom is going to live a good life. She's already living a good life, but things are about to get better. And to me, that is what knowing your why is so important, and just being free, setting yourself free, whatever that may be. That it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurship is not easy. It is not easy. No matter what people make it look like on the internet, it is a process. Okay, it's gonna be days when you feel like quitting. You want to give up. You want to go work a 9 to 5. You just want to throw the towel in, but you can't. It's not for everybody. It definitely take a strong-minded person. You have to be strong-minded.
We got a caller.
We have a caller. Okay.
Okay, y'all. And someone asked a question on the live too. Oh, y'all not playing with us. This is our first show. Y'all is not playing.
Hey, what's going on? This is Malik Truth.
Hey,
Hi.
Malik.
Hey, sisters, y'all doing well. Y'all keep
Thank
educating
you.
the other young sisters coming up behind y'all.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
And Monique, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling where you're coming from with regards to dreams and desires.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of us. There's a lot of creative-minded people and entrepreneurs, like closeted entrepreneurs, that's stuck in jobs that they do not want to be in, but they are afraid to jump out of that and to jump into their dreams.
Yes, I live by your faith will take you far. If you see it, if you have a vision about it, it's already done. You just have to put the action behind that.
You got to, and above all, what I realize is you got to have the courage.
You have to. That's most important.
Courage is most important, because without the courage, the fear is going to cause you to maneuver outside your dreams and detour anyway.
Absolutely.
So you got to be strong.
Gotta
so y'all
be strong.
keep being strong for the sisters. And sisters, I want to say this. Sisters, support one another.
Yes.
Because when you support each other, the blessings are going to come down anyway. What's for you is for you. And just because you're supporting someone else, it's not going to detract or take away from what God has for you.
I live by that. I believe that.
For sure. Y'all keep it up. Y'all stay up. This is
you.
Malik True.
Thank
Later.
you.
And we had a question too. It says, it's from Miss Smith. That's why, because I will tear somebody's name up, y'all. I'm telling you, even my own. She wants to know, what ethnicity are the people who design the hair curriculum that hairstylists and hair braiders have to follow? Oh, yeah, I don't even think we could know that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's not something.
we'll have to dig into history for that. And I think you're probably asking that because you probably feel in hair school it's not made for us. So that's probably why you said it the way you said it. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I went to Expertise. I had some dope instructors. I learned so much. They taught us the game. So when you go to hair school, even though there's a curriculum, the curriculum is the same across the board. It's the same across the board when you think about it. Hair structure, bones, skin diseases, lice. You learn about that stuff. Drop your comb, get a new comb, things like that. Follicles of the hair, all that stuff is all the same. You won't know what works for each client until you start getting in their head. They can teach you like, hey, if you pull too tight, the bulb looks like this. You're gonna pop it from the follicle A, B, and C. So the curriculum that is made, I definitely think it was made to fit all hairstylists. All hairstylists, and that's exactly why I said it that way. Yeah, so a lot of us of color think that hair school is not for us, and that is furthest from the truth as you can get. I say hair school is what you make it. It's not something that you can just go in and expect someone to like babysit you. Honestly, you gotta go in and you gotta wanna know some stuff. You gotta wanna know, hey, why did her hair turn green but hers didn't? You have to know that. And hair school teaches you undertone, colors. It's just so much deeper than, well, I want them to teach me about my black hair. You still have to understand that we don't have coarse hair. Actually, Asians have coarse hair, but you wouldn't know what coarse hair is because we don't have the proper terminology when you don't go to school. So I definitely think it's for everyone, especially for us, because we are so uneducated when it comes to hair, because we think because our hair look different that we need different rules.
Yeah.
No, you just need someone who
agree.
knows how to take care of that hair collectively. It's like some words can be composed. Is there Is it the licensing board, which can be composed of people in the field if they are elected? Yeah, they do make decisions, but the people can fight for it, you guys. Like, you can fight for, like, in about 5 years, braiders are going to have to go to school, because I'm definitely going to make that a law. That's going to be my goal. I am going to make change to where braiders have to do 500 to 800 hours of education before they get a license. And that's going to be something I fight for to change. And if you get enough people to vote for that, enough people on your side, it can become a law. You guys can change things whenever you want. You just got to have enough people that back you up, and you got to have a strong enough why on why you want that law to change. So I definitely don't think it's a culture thing. I just think we lack the understanding of what school is for, and we kind of miscommunicate to others. Oh, hair school's not for black people. Hair school is definitely for us. Definitely for us, because we understand a lot more than what we think we know. And I know, Monique, you went to school out of town, right?
Yes, in Georgia.
Y'all had, what was y'all school like? All
black.
Really?
Yeah, mostly all black.
And see, location. We in Vegas. Vegas is not...
I went to 2 different schools, and it was like that at both. All black.
Oh, wow. See, in Vegas, I think Expertise is the only school that does a well-round culture of education. That's the only school I know do black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Asian, whatever. That's why I went there, because I did my research. When it comes to school, you guys do your research.
Definitely do your research, because I think that I would, if I knew what I knew now, back then, I definitely would have chose a different school.
Absolutely. Like Paul Mitchell is for color. You want to learn color? Go to Paul Mitchell. If that's all you want to do is color with a certain type of group of clientele, go to Paul Mitchell. If you just want to do hair design, go to School of Hair Design. They just talk about that. If you want to go to an all cultural school, look it up, you guys. There's schools out there. You have Expertise who teach all demographics, every last one. So you have to do your research. People think hair school is us playing with Barbies. We cannot touch a head until we pass 300 hours of theory. Then we have to test out to show our instructors that we know what we know before we can touch a real person's head. Then we're doing hair for a whole year for free almost. All type of, did y'all do that? Y'all did people on the floor hair for free? Mm-hmm. You can't ask for tips. You can't ask for money. You can't ask for nothing. So this is why I'm so passionate about school, very passionate about understanding your worth, very passionate about when you know your worth and you know what you know. Can't no client come to you and tell you that you charge too much. Because secondly, ma'am, I worked for a whole year for free, and after I got out of school, I did more people for free to build my brand. You're definitely not going to tell me that I don't feel like I'm worth it, because I definitely worked hard for it. So it's just knowing that aspect of education and what we deal with in the hair industry kind of brings a little bit more softer side and compassion to our clients. We ain't got to be aggressive, just teach them.
Okay, and speaking of increasing your prices, once you are at a level where you feel like you know your worth, so my price is my price, what do you feel about, like, when do you know it's time to increase your price?
You know, like, you do know. It's like, you know, when they say, when do I know I'm gonna leave my man? You know. You know when you're gonna leave your man. You just know when it's time. First of all, I tell people, you shouldn't even be considering a raise if you know you have not taken some type of investment to increase your skills or your knowledge. All I did my whole 5 years was invest. Time, money. That's all I did. I wasn't thinking about I want to get to the 300 rank. No, I wanted to get to a part where I was comfortable with my prices and my clients who were my ideal clients was comfortable. So when you raise your prices is when your lifestyle increases, which means your investments start coming a part of your career. So now you got to go back to the drawing board. And if you are a student of mine, you already know how I teach you to do your lifestyle and divide that by your lowest cost, and that will determine if you need a raise or not. So everybody is different. Everybody's case by case. I have to go back every 6 months to see, okay, have my lifestyle increased? Okay, my lifestyle have increased by $1,000. So let me see what I can do to make that extra $1,000 that my lifestyle have increased by. And that way my clients still are not being hit. Like, they're not being hit. I do a raise, but they don't see the raise because it's not dramatic. So that's how I do my raises, based off my lifestyle increasement. And that's including booth rent, anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should get some feedback from the producer.
Let me jump up on this thing then. Hey, first of all, I want to say, man, you ladies are doing an excellent job on this thing. I applaud y'all.
Thank
and
you.
welcome to the BU family. First and foremost. I don't know, can y'all hear me on this thing?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to jump in real quick, man, and welcome y'all. My question that I have for both of you guys is, we talked about our why. When you really sit down and you think about it, like, why did you get started in doing what you guys do? We'll start with Cosmo.
Why did I get? I had no choice, y'all. Like, I don't go deep into my background like that, like my story, but it's just like either I just kept being. When you're put in a situation where you don't know if the doors are going to be locked to you or not because you don't have control over your own home, you kind of make a decision. I was like, I need to make a decision. I have kids who's watching this. I don't need my kids to think I'm a weak woman. I need to stand on my own 2 feet. I need my own income. But what can I do to not take away time from my kids and time just something that I love? And I'm like, all right, braiding. Because every time something would happen, I'll go right back to braiding. Braiding was like my safeness since I was 10. Even when I used to get in trouble as a kid, it was my safeness. So that's how I got started with braiding. Braiding is like my safeness. That's where I go to when things are hitting rock bottom. I go right back to braiding. Like, okay, let me just braid and then I'll figure it out later. So it's just my peace place. It's my happy space.
No doubt. Monique, what's your why?
My why is again, my son. Without saying too much, I had to save my son. I had to. Everything that we were going through in that moment, I had got to a place where I felt like I needed to get uncomfortable to help shift my mindset. I needed to get so uncomfortable to where I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anything. Excuse me. And all I had to depend on was God. My faith has brought me this far. Like,
absolutely.
When I came to Vegas for my birthday by myself for an entire week, okay? And before I left Vegas, it was a vision. It was a vision that I had, and it was so clear. I couldn't deny it. When I left Vegas, I knew that I would be moving back to Vegas, and that was my first time visiting in 2017. And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you're not moving out here. You crazy?" Like, I went back and sold my entire apartment. Okay, everything. I sold everything. I was so serious. My mind was made up. Nobody could tell me anything. I was like, I'm gonna put my notice in at my job. To me, I feel like this. Like what I said earlier, I was there physically, but mentally I was somewhere else. Yeah. If I'm going to work for someone and I'm going to still struggle, I might as well take that chance on myself and see how far it'll take me. Absolutely. I was still struggling. People thought, oh, because you work for the government, it's all good. It wasn't. I was still struggling to maintain. And not only that, having to ask my boss, can I leave when my son needed me? Like, that right there alone just didn't sit well with me. So I was like, you know what, God, I'm ready to really just fully trust you. I'm not saying that I can't do what I'm doing here in Vegas and Georgia, but I wanted to get so uncomfortable that I had no choice but to depend on him. Nobody else can take credit for this. Like, I've been here 3 years strong, and it has not been easy. I have faced many challenges, but I never gave up. I always pushed through. I always believe in myself. I always set realistic goals for myself and my son, and it's all good.
No doubt. This is what I want to do. We got a video that we're going to jump to, but I want to come back to that question, because why? That why question, because you guys both had y'all why and what made y'all get started. But what about what makes y'all want to keep doing this thing every day? What makes y'all? I'm gonna let y'all think about that. And we're gonna get into this video, and we're gonna dive, and we're gonna get in a little bit deeper with Miss Cosmo Diva and Miss Monique Millions, and man, Brazen Beauty right here, y'all. You know, so let's get into this video. It's from Eric Thomas. It's called What's Your Why?
Ooh, I love Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You've got to ask yourself, what's your why? What motivates you? What pushes you? What drives you? And if that thing is internal, if nobody has to call you, if nobody has to prize you, if nobody has to reward you, if nobody has to give you anything, if you are self-motivated and self-regulated, you can have it, you can be it, you can do it. I need you to do me a favor. When you leave, I need you to be honest with yourself. I need you to be transparent. I need you to say, in my dreams, I'm beast mode. Beast mode. My business plan, beast mode. My income that I have for myself, beast mode. What I want to do for my children, beast mode. In the university, the scores I need, beast mode. I've got to go into beast mode to get it. And I want you to look at your time. You look at your time and say, gazelle. That's a gazelle right there. You look at your habits, gazelle. And as long as your habits are gazelle, but your mindset is beast, you'll never see it. Listen to me, I would prefer that you have a gazelle, literally, I would prefer that your thought pattern, your dreams are gazelles. Like I would prefer income, gazelle. But what you did every day was beast. And without you saying a word, without you telling the world, if gazelle tattoo, but you act like a beast, guess what you would get? You would get more than what you bargained for, because that's what happened to us. All we were doing was videos. We never knew that we would be a global company. We never knew we would be a multi-million-dollar company. We never knew we'd have stores in Australia. We never knew we would sell our books in Africa. We never knew our stuff would be in England. We never knew. So we were these small kids doing small stuff. But when you looked at our schedule and our activities, beast mode. You get information from us. It's 3 o'clock in the morning in the States. Beast mode. Nobody else is doing it at 3 o'clock in the morning. Beast mode. Everything we do every Monday, even though it's free, beast mode. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to look, and you owe this to yourself. Beast mode. So those who were here yesterday, I don't want you to say anything. All right, I'm going to ask this question again, and we're going to talk about what you have to do so when that ball drops, you are exactly where you want to be. Because the greatest feeling in the world, guys, the greatest feeling in the world is execution. The greatest feeling in the world is doing what you said you were going to do. There's no greater feeling in the world.
Beast mode, beast mode. What's that thing that makes you go beast mode, you know? We're going to start over here with Cosmo and we talked about our why, but why continue? Why do we keep on doing the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Now we pass all of the downs of it. Now we're in the ups. What makes you stay in the field and what makes it, your everyday part of your everyday life?
I don't never get comfortable. I never get comfortable because the moment I feel like if I get comfortable, there's gonna be a gap. I'm gonna get stagnant. I'm not gonna grow. But I continue to grow every single day because I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I don't have anyone that could bail me out if I decide to get lazy. I don't have anyone other than myself and of course my partner, but you don't like to put all that weight on just one person. Absolutely. I got 3 kids that look up to me, that they swear up and down I'm rich. So I'm like, okay, I just keep working every single day. If they think I'm rich now, imagine what's going to happen in 5 years. If they think where mommy is at right now is rich to them, which gives me some type of just, you doing good, Christine. Just keep going. And if your babies think you good, you dope right now, imagine how they're going to feel in 5 to 10 years when you give them, when you have that 5-bedroom house, and I open up 2, 3, 4 schools and businesses and things like that. So that's what keeps me going, is the fact that my babies think now that I'm rich, and I'm like, no, baby, I'm average, but I'm gonna keep working every single day to get where I want to be in 5 to 10 years.
Well, same question to you, Monique.
For me, it's way bigger than me. I know that there are people who, need what it is that I have that I offer outside of beauty. My energy, my inspiration, how I motivate you. It's way, way bigger than beauty, Yeah. So, like, there's a young lady, and I'm not going to say she's as big as she is because of me, but I remember her reaching out to me because she was in this dark dark place, and she's doing so well for herself. And you know, I gave her advice in that moment because she was following me. You know, I inspire her, and it's bigger than me. It's not even about me. It's what I can do for the next person. It's what I can do for the next person to help you believe in yourself, to help you come out the valley. Because it's not pretty when you're in the valley. However, that builds your character, you know. So when you do get up, you know, it's just different. Like even now with me becoming who I am, who I truly am, walking into who I really am.
Yeah.
You know, people always want to say, be humble, be humble, be humble. But I came so far. I've come so far. I've come from being insecure. I've come from being cheated on. I come from fake friends, you know, family talking about you. And I even think back to being a little girl. You know, people think every child does not have tough skin, okay? And if you don't have someone reassuring you that you are not that, what they telling you are, you become insecure. So it's like, it's not for me, it's for the people. It's somebody out there that need what it is that I have to offer, and that alone means more to me than anything.
That's right. Sometimes people mistake confidence for somebody not being humble.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Humility comes with the downfalls. You know what I'm saying? When you didn't fail and bumped your head a couple times, that's gonna bring you humility. You know what I'm saying? But confidence comes when you can maneuver and not bump your head.
Man.
You see what I'm saying?
And I also know that just in any field, you don't have to be in the beauty industry. It's a lot of jealous spirits, whether they know that they're being jealous or not. And I want to be that person. I want to be able to share the game with you without me feeling like, oh, I don't want to share the game with her because she's going to beat me. She's going to get ahead of me. Because it's not even about that. It's really about how can you help this person?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cosmo was talking about school earlier. And she was talking about how in school you have to go through a process before you can even touch hair. Before you can even touch anything. And sometimes people try to skip the process. And that's when you bump your heads. But you get that confidence when you get in school and you're like, hold up, I can do this. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got your texture. Oh, I got your color. Oh, I got this. I got that. That brings you the confidence. The more confident you get, the better you get, the better you learn your craft, the more you like what you do, then you can start upping them prices.
Exactly.
And then look at people like they crazy for looking at you like you crazy because you up their price. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And then you guys, we want to just throw this out there. We're going to be talking about everything. We're going to be highlighting people and inviting them on to the show. This is not going to just be about us being in front of the camera, talking about what it is that we do. We are going to be highlighting small businesses, inviting them on to our show. So you never know. You could be the next one to showcase your business and let the world know, whoever is watching, what it is that you have to offer.
Absolutely.
No doubt. Cosmo, you was saying before we came back from our little break that you took the test. What's his name?
Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
I used to be in Eric Thomas University, which is what really kind of made me come out of that confidence y'all talking about. It was so many people out here saying, who does she think she is? Like, she swears she better than us. And he used to be like, okay, like, who cares? They just don't understand your dream, and it's not your business how they feel about you.
Absolutely.
So he had us all take this test, and I turned out to be, performing wise, I'm a chameleon. Social wise, I'm a flamingo, which is what he is. He's a flamingo social wise, and a gorilla when he's physically. So basically, me being a chameleon, I can adjust. Like, I can be one way, and then next thing I know, you just tell me what I need to do, or if I see what I need to do, I can come out of that real quick. So I can kind of adjust to my situation and come out of it. So I'm a chameleon when it comes to my work ethics.
So what is the flamingo, if you don't mind me asking?
The flamingos, we don't know.
I want to know too.
Ooh, child.
gonna have to
we
dig
can
into
socialize with everybody. Like,
Okay.
flamingos can just, we ain't organized. We know how to just do it. We just action takers.
Absolutely.
So we'll just get out there and just start talking, and if ain't nobody next to you to be like, oh shoot, let me take notes. She just said she finna do lunch with this person. That's why he has a team following him around, because he'll just throw something out there and you be like, wait, that ain't on the That ain't on the schedule. But we not thinking, we just talking in that moment. We're really engaged. We're social butterflies.
Yeah.
So that's just I gotta bring that test next show next Monday, you guys. I'm gonna bring that test and read each animal to you guys to know which animal that you really are. He always associate us like, are you a gazelle? Or are you a lion? Like, do you want to keep running, or are you gonna be the king of the jungle? He always do that scenario. I love Eric. That's like my number one motivational
I listen
speaker.
to him every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning. I need that energy.
No doubt.
And it's very important to you guys that when you are on your journey, whether it's entrepreneurship, you working a 9 to 5, it doesn't have to be all about entrepreneurship. It's so important to have the right people in your circle, your partner. Listen, my partner pour into me like no other. Like, I need the energy that he gives me when he talk to me how he do, because it's like, who you think you talking to? Now I gotta show you, because I'm not that girl. So you need people that challenge you in a way to level up, to continue to become your best self. So everything is not meant to be taken personal, and I'm learning that. Like, for so long, I used to take things personal, but now it's like, again, it's about you, but it's not about you.
Well, what I say is, it ain't about you, it's for you.
It's for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I just appreciate the people who mean no harm in my life, that challenge me in ways that are just like, that just make me uncomfortable.
No doubt. Let me ask you this, Monique. When you in the shop, what's that thing when you doing hair that make you zone out and go, what Eric said, beast mode?
Really, honestly, I get like that when, I mean, seriously, okay, so I can silk your hair out. If you want your hair to grow, you need to be coming to me, okay? Outside of that, brows and lashes is my thing, but I have a team. Brandon is on my team. He handles all the weaves, all the hair, everything. Shout out to Brandon. You can follow him at More Hair Sinclair. But for me, I have the power to grow your hair. And when I have clients who come back continuously and it's like, girl, my hair has grown so much, or even I can see the difference, that just make me feel good, knowing that I make them feel good about themselves. Because for one, so many, we're going to say this, it's so many black women especially who hate to wear their natural hair. And most of the time it's not because they don't have any hair, but it's more convenient to wear weave because it's a lot of maintenance, especially with the humidity in Georgia or wherever you may be. But making other people feel good, it does something to me.
Definitely. Cosmo, same question to you. When you in that shop and you working on that hair or that whatever
braids,
the braids and stuff like that. What's your beast mode? What takes your mind to that thing that makes you do a great job?
It's the after.
Yeah,
It's the outcome for me. Because people think braids are so boring. Braids are so boring. Braids are so this, but it's just me building a business and everybody saying your braids are so gorgeous. It's just like knowing that I'm gonna take this person from here to here in a matter of 4 hours, because an average person sometimes take 8 hours to braid. So knowing that person think they finna sit in my chair for 6, but soon as I'm done in 4, they like, what? I got time to kill. So it's just, they feel good. They got time left on their schedule. And just my clients talking to me, like my client, they so dope. Like my clients is so dope. They always just pour just dope energy into me. They always give me ideas on what I should do. So just meeting my client and talking to them always push me through my appointments and have me excited for the next one.
What avenue do you guys use to find those clients that fit what you do?
Honestly, they find us.
They find us. And I'm huge on avatars. I say know who your target audience is. If you don't know who that person... So my target audience, I tell people all the time, back then her name was Brittany. She was a registered nurse. She made $50,000 a year. She's a mom of 3. She's divorced. She liked to get her hair done because she do not like to get up in the morning, and it saves her time. So she's big on time management. So when you write that avatar down, every time I post, I'm talking to her. Every time I do a special, I'm talking to her.
Wow.
Every time I say I have an opening, I'm talking directly to her. Because I know who I'm talking to, I'm not all over the place with my marketing. So whoever relates to what I offer books me. That's how I get those clients. And all my clients, I think, make over they're coaches, They sell books. They just there's so many different things. They have their own businesses. So I knew who my avatar was, and still to this day I talk to my avatar for braiders, because I have one for braiders and I have one for clients. And you just know who you're talking to and they find you.
Same thing for you, Monique. But
I agree. Everything that Cosmo said. It was a post that you made last week, I want to say. And it's so important. Like, people think posting a picture is just good enough. You got to get in people's head. The post you made was like, what are you selling? What is your pitch? Yeah. You can say something and somebody like, oh, you know what? I have not been taking care of my hair. You know what? I need to book an appointment with her. So you have to be able to get in your client's head. You know, everybody is not meant to be my client. I don't want everybody as my client. And those who are meant for me, they come. They always come. I don't have to do anything but be myself, do what it is that I do best, and the people come and follow me.
And what I will say for people who don't have an avatar in the beauty industry, this is a thing I can tell you guys to do. When someone likes your picture, go through those likes, go through their page, see if they're your client. Get in their DMs and you tell them, thank you for following me. Thank you for liking my page. I appreciate you. Could you tell me what made you follow me? That way you have an idea of the people who are following you. Why are they following you? And if she comes back and say, you know what, babe, I saw that you were posting good work. I kind of want to follow you a little bit to see if you're consistent. That's going to tell you right then and there. Keep posting, be consistent, and stay in her face so she can book you. Absolutely. A lot of y'all not in them DMs. Y'all need to get in them DMs and stop being afraid to put yourself out there, because
I need to get in them DMs.
Yeah, I love the DMs. I'll be like, hey girl, thanks for following me.
So for all of the listeners, being in the DMs isn't always a bad thing.
No. It's never,
especially when it's business related. Like,
but you know what? Even personal, y'all. I even tell people, even if someone gets in your DM to try to holler at you, it teaches you how to properly communicate. Because everything ain't always out to get you, or everybody ain't always like.
And everybody is not. They don't want what you're offering. They may just love your personality.
Right.
You may just inspire them. Man, I remember when you first moved to Vegas, and now look at you. Like. Everything is not all about brows, lashes, hair, braids, none of that. So again, it's bigger than us. The
Absolutely.
brand is bigger than me. What do I have to offer to the people how can you relate to me outside of beauty?
And if they can't relate to you, they not booking you. They not booking you.
All right, I'm gonna ask this question. Describe one negative situation that let you know that a client was not your client. We'll start with you, Cosmo.
Honey. When I first started taking deposits, y'all, I was scared to death. I was like, all right. This one client came to me and she was like, I have 3 girls. I need you to do their hair. It was a Saturday too. I'm very strict on my Saturdays. So she was like, I don't have a credit card, debit card, nothing. And I'm already like, girl, okay, you know what? No, Christine, everybody ain't, so let me just go ahead and work with her. So she ended up not paying me deposit, but came and booked me. Did not pay me for her daughters. I already knew when she was talking to me that she wasn't my client. The fact that you don't have a bank account let me know right there that you are not my ideal client. That lady ran out on me, y'all. 2 years later, she booked through my system with a bank account though. Had the nerve to DM me and say, hey girl, I just booked with you again. How about we gonna cancel that? I'm gonna keep that deposit because you still owe me a balance, and then I'll send you an invoice for the rest. Oh, she was hot.
Wow.
Yeah. You get that the moment. So your booking site, y'all, is your boundaries. You have to set boundaries. The moment someone does not want to follow that your process is your boundary. When they want to break your process, they breaking your boundaries. Don't book them. Don't book them, because now you're going against your own protocol. And the moment you let them cross that boundary, they're going to do it again. Yeah. So stand firm in your process, because those are the things that create the boundaries for you that you need between you and a client.
Wow.
Absolutely. And I can't say that I just had really, really bad experiences, but I have had a client take the flat iron after I'm done, and she's like, oh, normally you do a little swirl like this, and she go to curl her hair, but I'm like, did I just let her take this? I'm like, you should have just did your own hair at home.
Did you book me or yourself?
Exactly. I did have a client last week because I increased my prices on silk presses. I have a little more to offer. I have a little more to offer when providing a silk press service. And my client came in. I didn't take it. You know, she meant no harm because this is how she's been since day one, and I accept her for who she is. That's another thing, y'all. Y'all gotta learn to accept people for who they are. Whether you choose to deal with them or not, that's your business. But this particular client, she meant no harm. She came in, she's like, "Now what is this I booked on your website? Because I don't even have $100 worth of hair." And I mean, it was just like,
Wow.
$100 worth of hair.
so I mean, you gotta get clients like that, but the price is the price.
And
Either
your
you want to
boundaries.
book it or you don't, and that's just what it is.
And it ain't up for debate, y'all. The booking site, and I'm big on that, creates the boundary. You don't even have to have that conversation with people. The moment they ask you how much, you send them a message. Hey, babe, here is my link. Prices, availability is there for you to assist you. You can book at your convenience. If they come back and say, well, you charge too much for your braids, what you want me to say after that? Like,
I don't even go back and forth.
exactly.
Like, I
So
just
you
leave
know,
on red.
just
because that lets me know that you have your mind.
you're not
made
my
up.
client.
Yeah,
But you're not my client.
and you have your mind made up already. So,
Absolutely. Have the boundary, you guys. Know who you are when you show up for your business. When you don't know who you are, you put yourself in a position for yourself to be compromised.
Yeah.
Because you don't have boundaries, because you don't have a system, because don't have a niche, because you don't have a focus point, because you don't have a goal, because you don't have a why.
Yeah.
You put yourself in a position to attract clients that you really don't want. People can insult me all day long. I'll be like, ma'am, okay.
But you came to me.
Yeah, like,
you insulted me, but you came to me. So what does
Absolutely.
that say about you?
I'm sorry, not in your budget. I'm not supposed to be. Thank you.
Yeah.
But just know your boundaries, you guys. You will know when a client is for you and when they not. And I promise you, you won't lose no sleep over it.
No doubt, no doubt. Let me ask you guys this, because we kind of closing into the end of the hours. You know, what do you feel like you guys are gonna bring to the BU network?
Ooh.
You know,
I think that we're gonna bring awareness to our industry.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring opportunities for other people to showcase their platform. I think that we are gonna bring change to certain things in the industry that need to be addressed and changed.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think, Chrissy?
What we bring into BU, the beauty industry.
I like that.
Just growth. Radio stations don't really have beauty industry people on there because a lot of us is scared to speak up and talk. So having this opportunity to have our own show to bring awareness to the industry and is live stream so they can see us video, that's already different because I'm huge on video. Some people like to see your face. So just bringing the beauty industry to the radio station, I feel like the radio and beauty industry should be best friends, honestly. They should be besties.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like we just gonna bring what's already here: a vibe, family, a team, and a team of dope people that have their own stations.
Solid team members,
Man.
only.
No doubt. So if you guys are in the beauty industry and you want to showcase your gift, you guys might want to get in contact with them. How can they get in contact with you, ladies?
Go ahead.
You can contact me. My booking link is on my Instagram at B_UNEEEK. And a good contact phone number for me is 725-696-2582.
No doubt. How about you, Cosmo?
You can contact me, of course, at Cosmo Diva. Instagram is Cosmo Diva. TikTok is Cosmo Diva. My website is www.cosmodiva.com. I also have a beauty industry group called Beauty Nation. You can always be there. That's where I'm
part
really
of that.
at. Yes, and that's something I created for beauty industries to have a safe place to grow without worrying about somebody just giving them the cold shoulder. So I just give them gems in that group. So that's another place you can find. That's really where you can find me for sure. Beauty Nation.
Definitely. Well, we want to welcome you both to the BU Network. We're expecting really good things from this show. I know you guys are educators and you guys are going to educate and entertain. Cause we gonna laugh, we gonna cry, we gonna learn, we gonna do everything, and that's what we do. Cause we're brilliantly unique.
Yes.
Any last things before we get up out of here?
I want to say this, you guys. I said this in the beginning, but it is so important to don't think that you are the only one that can do something, okay? Because once you put in your mind that you're in competition with the next woman or the next man, that's when you lose your focus and your purpose. You no longer focus on the purpose anymore.
Yeah.
Know your purpose and stick to that. It doesn't matter who's doing what you're doing. No one can do it like you.
Absolutely.
And focus and follow through, y'all. Whatever you do, just focus and follow through. If you're struggling with something, just take a you day. It's fine. It's okay. And that's my gems for y'all today. Oh, next week we going over Black History this month for our industry. History for the beauty industry is what is happening for February. So next week we are talking about Madam C.J. Walker. So if you guys
have not watched the series,
please watch the series on Netflix. What is the name of it? Madam C.J. Walker. Please watch
Self-Made.
Self-Made, yes. It's called Self-Made, and we're going to talk about that next show on Monday at 1 p.m.
No doubt. Well, we're going to see y'all very soon. Make sure y'all tune in every single Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll be back next week. And let's end this song with a song. Let's go into this Javon, Wearing You Down. Let's go.
You're playing hard to get, it makes me sick, but I understand. No, I don't blame you at all. Oh, I just need one night with you, and we can keep our clothes on. That's if we can. I'm trying to get next to you, but you pass on every moment. Turn down my invitations. Oh yeah. But I keep on trying. You'll come around. I'm wearing you down. And you could be my Laura, I could be your Urkel. Can't you tell I adore ya? You're nothing less than a miracle. You're a once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon, a shooting star. I'd spend a lifetime just to be where you are, but you pass on every moment.